Today is March 14th, 2023, officially 1 year since the passing of the legend Scott Hall. May he rest in peace. But we are also just 18 days away from Wrestlemania. And the biggest match going in there is, of course, the main event for the second night, which is Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. And what everyone's been discussing and debating is who should win. And I've heard arguments from both sides, which I completely understand from. For Roman's case, is mostly that he needs to reach 1,000 days because he will never probably see that kind of reign again. It's a once in a lifetime kind of thing. And, it will probably do great for his legacy as the greatest of all time or amongst them. For Cody Rhodes, it's mostly been his story from when he started at 21 years old in 2007, from the team up with Hardcore Holly to Legacy to Dashing Cody to Disfigure Cody to Stardust to leaving WWE, reinventing himself on the independent circuit, then coming to be the leading force in the creation of All Elite Wrestling, then to just last year returning at WrestleMania. And then, after having a rivalry with Seth Rollins and ending in a Hell in a Cell match where he wrestled with a torn pec, and then coming back this year at the Rumble to win it. It is pretty much a great build-up to explain why Cody should win and be the leading factor in after WrestleMania as the face of the company. Now, what do I think should happen? I've decided to take all biasness out of the equation, not go with what my heart feels or any sentimental feelings, throw it out the window. What I think should happen is that Roman Reigns should lose to Cody Rhodes. Here's the reason. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, what do you mean? He has to hold to 1,000 days and that, blah, blah. Here's my question. Why? Why does he have to hold it 1,000 days? Just so he can reach that nice round number, the 4 digits? Like, isn't he already the face of the company, the biggest merch seller, the longest reigning champion of the last 35 years? He's literally the longest reigning world champion since Hulk Hogan when he dropped it in 1988. Like, what else does he need? He's been the top champion. He's been holding the world championship since August 31st, 2020. That's over 2.5 years as world champion. His championship reign has lasted longer than most factions have been together. His reign right now, as combined both the Universal and the WWE champion, lasted longer than the Shield did in their first go-around. Let that sink in. And now, if that's not convincing enough, if not, why? Then here's my other question. Let's say Roman does reach 1,000 days. Then what? Then what does he do? Is he gonna keep holding on to it until SummerSlam? Or probably beyond that? Who is he gonna face? Cody again, just so he drops it to Cody that time? Why didn't they just pull the trigger when it mattered most? Why do they have to wait just so Roman reaches that big round number of 1,000 days. And also, all of you advocating that he should hold it for 1,000 days, I can guarantee, because a lot of the IWC, YWC, especially when it comes to the fans viewing WWE, are fickle as hell. And I mean beyond fickle. Because you'll feel like this person should be here, here, here. They should reach this, or a person should be pushed to that. And then once they give it to you, you then turn around 180 and say, oh, that they shouldn't have done that, and or they don't deserve it, or they need to drop the title already. That's what's most likely going to happen. Once Roman reaches 1,000 days, you all are going to be begging him to drop it. Now, why should Cody win? Here's my reasoning. It's not due to his story, not due to me wanting Roman to be rid of the championships. It's mostly what it would do for everyone else. Because think about it. For the last year, Roman has signed a contract that he has pretty much a part-time role where he just shows up for the big events like SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, the Saudi shows, that kind of stuff, similar to how Brock Lesnar does. Now, since he's done that, look at all the guys that Roman's faced, from Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre, to John Cena, Brock Lesnar on a bunch of occasions. They've all lost him, and now they're all down here at the bottom rank while Roman's up here at top. And they can't elevate themselves to be towards that world title or titles because Roman's beating them and he's up here, and they're not going to get another match unless they really fight for it. What Cody winning would do is that it would open the door for a bunch of other guys down on the pecking order, down the mid to lower card, to elevate themselves to want to challenge him. And look at the guys that Cody could defend the titles, or maybe both individually, against after WrestleMania. Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory, Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, the Edge, Finn Balor, hell, even Jimmy and Solo Sikoa could go after the titles as part of a story to keep it going for the sake of them wanting revenge to Cody taking the titles from Roman Reigns. And then it gives Roman time to take a break, maybe up until the summertime, to let his body rest up, because he's been the top guy for the last 3 years since the middle of the lockdown. Like, he needs that kind of break to not worry about being the face of the company. Just let his mind go at ease until he comes back in a couple months. Now, that's what I think should happen. Will it happen? I don't know. Time will tell. In my heart, I think Cody should and will win at WrestleMania, but at the back of my mind, there is that bit of doubt. Mainly because by the time WrestleMania comes around, Roman would have held the belt for 945 days. Then afterwards, for him to reach that 1,000-day reign, guess where it lands? May 27th, King and Queen of the Ring, Saudi. Yeah, that's kind of what's itching in the back of my mind, that Roman might retain. Will he? We'll see. But that's my honest opinion why I think Cody should defeat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. But, you know, we all have our own opinions. So we'll see what happens. Y'all let me know.